All right, football fans, welcome. You better be ready because this weekend is just, wow, it is absolutely packed. We're going to break down all the biggest games coming at you from England and Spain, all happening between February 27th and March 2nd, 2026. So yeah, let's just jump right in.
So get this, we're talking about 20 massive matches across just two of Europe's best leagues, the Premier League and La Liga. You've got everything, title races getting super tight, crazy local derbies where it's all about bragging rights. I mean, this weekend literally has it all. You're definitely going to want to clear your schedule for this one.
Okay, let's kick things off in England, shall we? We're looking at Matchweek 28 of the Premier League, and look, there are a bunch of important games, for sure. But there is one fixture that just jumps off the page. It's a real heavyweight fight with huge implications for who's at the top.
Yeah, and you can see it right here. The whole weekend is pretty much headlined by this one massive game, Arsenal taking on Chelsea. And listen, this is way more than just another London derby. We're talking about a match that could seriously shake up the title race and that scramble for the European spots. So let's dig into this one a little bit more.
You know, Arsenal versus Chelsea, it's always got that fire, right? But this one feels different. It's got a little something extra. I mean, both of these teams are clawing for every single point at the top of the table. 3 points here are they're absolutely vital. So what's it going to be? Is Arsenal's crazy attack going to be too hot to handle for Chelsea's rock-solid defense? Or can the Blues go on the road and just make a massive statement? Seriously, you cannot miss this game.
Okay, so obviously Arsenal-Chelsea is the main event, but looking at the rest of the schedule, there's a ton of other important stuff going on. Like, you've got to keep an eye on Leeds versus Manchester City on Saturday. If City wins that one, whoa, the pressure on everyone else is going to be immense. And then you flip to Sunday, you've got Manchester United at home against a Crystal Palace team that can always cause trouble. United simply cannot afford to drop points there if they're serious about the Champions League. This weekend could really shuffle the deck at the top.
All right, so that's the Premier League covered. Now let's hop over to Spain. We're talking about Matchday 26 in La Liga, and trust me, the rivalries there are every bit as intense and the stakes just as high.
So in Spain, right away, two games just pop out. First, you've got Barcelona. They're right in the middle of that title fight, and they have a really tough game at home against Villarreal, a team that loves to knock off the big boys. But the real showstopper this weekend? It has to be the Seville Derby, Real Betis versus Sevilla. If you've never seen it, it's just one of the most passionate, raw, intense rivalries in the entire sport. It's a must-watch, no question.
And here's the full rundown for La Liga. You can see it is just stacked. So yeah, the Seville Derby on Sunday is the big one, but don't sleep on that Monday night game with Real Madrid taking on Getafe. They absolutely have to win that to stay in the hunt at the top. You look up and down this list, there are so many interesting games. There's going to be plenty of drama for sure.
Okay, so I know that was a lot of action to take in. So let's do a quick final look at both schedules, just so you can plan out your entire football weekend. Here's all the info in one place.
So here are those Premier League games again. You know, something that stands out? Look how many of the big teams are on the road this weekend. That could open the door for some upsets, right? Go ahead, pick out your must-watch games. It's going to be a wild one. And one more look at the La Liga schedule. What's great here is that the games are spread all the way from Friday to Monday, so you can really get your fill of Spanish football. It just makes you wonder, though, which of these games are going to give us the most fireworks?
You know, when you step back and look at the whole weekend, there's really one big theme that just screams at you: rivalry. You've got these two enormous derbies taking over the weekend, which really leads us to the biggest question of all.
So it really all boils down to this, doesn't it? On Sunday, you've got a choice to make between two just incredible derbies. Are you going to go for that high-stakes tactical battle in the Premier League between Arsenal and Chelsea? Or are you looking for that pure, raw, unfiltered passion of La Liga with the Seville Derby? Which showdown will you be watching? Whatever you choose, have an amazing weekend.